All right, awesome. Welcome everybody to Mix Up Your Matcha Night. I'm so excited to share about this because this call tonight incorporates two of my favorite products, the matcha and the strawberry protein Simply One. So delicious. So just quick background on me. I'm an independent consultant with Arbonne. I've been building an Arbonne business for close to 10 years, but I've been using the Arbonne products for almost 20 years now. My background's in high-tech sales as well as a bartender. I now own another company and do Arbonne, and I'm fully self-employed. So loving every single minute of it. Health and wellness is my passion. So super excited to share it with you guys tonight. So, I'm going to start off talking a little bit about the strawberry protein and the amazing, delicious benefits of our strawberry protein. So this has been like my favorite since it came out when it was limited edition, and I had to like buy I don't know how many GTC like sets to be able to stock up and then try to buy the protein off of other consultants that weren't strawberry fans just so I could stock up. And so I was so happy when it finally came out. And was here for good. I love the Simply One version. So Arbonne has 3 different versions of their protein, technically 4 if you count our detox protein, but that's not an everyday protein. So for your everyday proteins, we have 3 different versions. We have our essential meal, which is a great meal replacement with our yummy, healthy, fats from avocado oil. We have our OG regular Feel Fit protein, which is delicious. And then we have the Simply One. And so the little bit difference with the Simply One from the other two is that it has 20 grams of protein, like the Feel Fit. Essential Meal has a little bit more. It has 25 grams. But this one is actually low sugar, low fiber, low carb. So great for anyone, but especially people who are looking to be low carb, low fiber, low sugar. I just like the strawberry protein, so I'm gonna drink that anyways. I don't really care about the carb and the fiber intake right now. But it uses a super sweet blend of stevia, so that's how we can get to the less than 1 gram of sugar in there. But it's not sacrificing the taste. So it is really, really good. It's got really like sweet, delicious strawberry flavor. Personally, I love blending it with fruit. That's my favorite one. Like the vanilla is really good in fruit, but I love the strawberry because it just amplifies like the berry flavors. Or I usually do pitaya, which is dragon fruit, a lot. So I love incorporating that into like blending that into my shake. But this is also delicious on its own. It tastes like strawberry milk. If you haven't had it yet, it's good with just water. It's delicious with mixed with any kind of non-dairy milk as well. And I chuckled at myself yesterday because I had already had a shake in the morning and I had done a workout and it was like 3:30 and I knew I had to run a couple errands and pick up my son, and I was like gonna grab, I don't know why I had this like oat bar, this like Bobo's oat bar. I don't know if anybody's ever eaten one of those before, and I was like, oh, I can't have another shake. It's too many calories. I'll just grab this. And I like snagged that. And I looked at the ingredients on the back and I was like, okay. And then I looked at the calories and it was like 180 calories for half of the bar. And I was like, oh my God, what am I doing? This is so silly. This shake has 130 calories in a serving. So I'm like, I might as well just mix this up with water and chug lug it and be on my go. And it's going to make me feel fuller way longer than an oat bar is. It's going to, really help me, especially after a workout. It's really important to get like protein in after a workout so your muscles can recover. And protein intake is just important in general for everybody because it helps with muscle repair and growth. Women over 40 especially struggle with getting their protein, or just struggle, sorry, with gaining muscle as you like pretty much from 40 on, your muscle decline starts to go down, or it's just more challenging. I shouldn't say it starts to go down, but it's more challenging to grow muscle. So protein can certainly help with that. My mom, she's the one that she's like always watching her calories and everything, and she thinks eating like iceberg lettuce with like a couple of tomatoes and a cucumber is a good lunch. And I'm like, no, you have no protein in that. Like have a shake with your salad, then you're good to go, but don't skip the protein. Also helps with bone health, hormonal balance, metabolism, and weight management. Protein makes you feel fuller longer. So again, that's why I chose just to have another quick shake versus grabbing that silly oat bar that I almost ate yesterday. And my favorite shake recipe, well, right now I'm doing my frozen strawberries. I love to add in a little bit of our mushroom powder. That's a great adder that pairs with it. Our Be Well greens, just the regular greens. I take our green Synergy elixir, but just to get some extra greens in, I'll do a scoop of that right in my blended shake. You don't taste it. Honestly, I'll give my son some of it. He's 21 months, so it's great for him. We're really struggling with like texture of protein and eating that lately. So anywhere I can sneak in a little bit of protein, maybe making like a strawberry protein dip with some vegan chocolate chips in there for a little treat, and then dipping strawberries in it. I'm all about the strawberries this month. So that's a strawberry protein chain. I don't want to know if you want to jump in now and talk about the matcha, and then we can talk about them
Sure,
together.
sure. And I will tell you, I am like Carrie. I love the strawberry protein. I absolutely love that it tastes. My childhood was Nestle Quick, right? Remember the strawberry Nestle Quick? I loved the strawberry Nestle Quick, and my mother she was really good about certain foods and really bad about others. Like if it had sugar in it, she was like, no, no, no. So she was really good about not buying us that stuff. I couldn't have sugary cereals. She was terrible about other food things because she just wasn't food educated. But it was a treat when I got that Nestle Strawberry Quick. So real quick intro. My name is Shane Devlin. I am also an independent consultant, executive national vice president with this amazing company. And I had the pleasure of doing Carrie's hair since she was like 11 years old. So Carrie is like another niece in my family. I grew up super close to her mom that she was talking about, who would always be so careful with her calories and blah, blah, blah. And that really was kind of like our old school 80s thinking, right? And through the years, we have learned so much more about food, all of the things that Carrie just shared, how much we need the protein in our diet. And it is such a quick and easy way. Carrie, I love what you just shared about the Bobo Bites, because we do tend to think, oh, I'll just grab a quick granola bar, right? Like, oh, I can't have a protein shake. That's like a full meal. I'll just grab a quick ... But then what you realize when you read the label is that quick ... actually has just as many calories, if not more. It's loaded with carbohydrates instead of the protein. And it just, like she said, it's not going to keep you as full. So the Simply One is super and way less nutritious, is super, super good for those in a pinch, like after fueling you after a workout. I will tell you our quick little cheat in my house. My youngest daughter, and Carrie both have more of a sweet palate, right? So hearing Carrie teach on nutrition, I can't tell you how it warms my heart, because she used to sit in my hair salon and wolf down bags of Skittles like nobody's business. Was it Sweet Tarts? I think it was Sweet Tarts, right?
No, it was the
Smarties.
Smarties.
Like, you
So
guys know what
good.
Costco is, right? She would get the Costco size bag and eat the entire thing. So listening to her now be such a foodie with such nutritious things warms my heart. But our little hack in my house that my youngest daughter taught me, because it does make things taste a little sweeter without adding more sugar, we use the strawberry protein. Use whatever you want, water or plant-based milk. We add the green Synergy, which is our packet of 13 fruits and veggies. It's a collagen support, and it's got probiotic, prebiotic, digestive enzymes. But here's the thing. It has a little bit of a lemon flavor. So when you add it to the strawberry and you add frozen strawberries, the lemon kicks up the berry flavor, and it is to die for. So whether we use the strawberry protein or we use the vanilla essential meal, which is my personal favorite besides the strawberry, it really kicks that up and makes the berry even more intense. It is so delicious. So now we're going to move into talking a little bit about our matcha, because tonight's call is all about the strawberry protein and the matcha and the drinks that you're seeing all over social media. I know Starbucks has really been at it, making these strawberry or lavender matcha drinks. But here's the thing. Theirs does not have 1 gram of sugar. Theirs has a ridiculous amount of sugar, very poor quality fats in it, and it's not a health drink. It's really a very bad junk food drink. So we can do the same exact thing here with ours. The bundle sadly is over. It ended on the 20th, which I wish we had known that. We timed this call pretty poorly for that. But here's the deal. It doesn't matter, because they're two fabulous products that we wanted to share anyway. So now we're going to talk a little bit about the matcha. Okay. Now I will tell you, Carrie, adopted her love of matcha quicker than I did, which is a miracle because I am the one that is all savory. Give me all the veggies, give me all the health foods. And she was like the candy queen. We used to call her Candy Carrie. That was literally her nickname as a teenager, okay, at my hair salon. So if you're on this call as a guest and you have not yet started adapting your food likes and your eating habits, I want you to know there's hope for you. All right. I was like the queen of dairy and all things fatty, salty, and bad for you. And Carrie was the queen of all things sugar. Together, we make the perfect pair of what not to do, right?
Dynamic duo over here.
The dynamic duo, but we've changed all that with the Arbonne products and with the Arbonne 30-day program. So we're going to share a little bit about the matcha and why you would want to drink matcha. But first, I would love to know by a show of hands, and I'm going to switch it quick to gallery view, who already drinks matcha or has tried the Arbonne matcha? Talk to me, guys. All right, I see a lot of people. Awesome, awesome, awesome. That is amazing. So I will tell you, I was not a matcha girl until this new matcha that Arbonne just came out with, and I have become a convert. I absolutely love it now. It is so, actually, my daughter, one of my daughter's clients, he put it perfectly. Tell me this isn't a great adjective. He said the Arbonne matcha was buttery. I was like, ooh, that is a great adjective. You know why? Because it has a little teeny bit of MCT oil in it, a little tiny bit of dried oat milk. And when you add that hot water to it, it definitely has a more creamy, buttery taste to it. But don't be fooled because it is still insanely good for you. So, little fun facts about matcha. Matcha is something that is consumed all over Asia, especially in Japan. Japan is known for growing the best quality matcha, and it is an intense process. The plant is actually called Camellia sinensis. It is green tea, but it's green tea that is grown very specifically. They grow the plants just like normal, but then they place them under 90% shade cloths for 3 weeks. And this process forces the plant to go into an adaptive stress response. It makes the leaves bigger and much thinner so that more surface area absorbs the sun. The process develops far more chlorophyll, which is going to make it that bright green. Have you guys ever noticed when you open the Arbonne matcha how brilliant the green is? It's like super, super bright green, where some matchas aren't going to be as bright green because they haven't gone through this quality process yet. But it also helps the plant produce 30 to 300 times more polyphenols. Now, why is it important for you to have polyphenols? Well, those are organic compounds found in plants, and they have tons of health benefits like antioxidant properties. It saves us from the damage from UV radiation and pollution, cardiovascular health, cancer protection, diabetes protection, neuro protection, like protecting your nerves, right, from neurodegenerative diseases, anti-inflammatory properties. Guys, inflammatory illnesses are on the rise like crazy because of American and really now worldwide poor diets. Anything that can reduce our inflammation is going to be amazing for us, right? And cognitive health, which means that you're going to think better, you're going to be clearer. So they do this process, 90% shade, right? And then when it comes time to harvest, they use only the top 3 layers of the young shade-grown plants. I want you to think of the amount of time, effort, money, and waste that goes into that just to get the matcha leaves, just to get them perfect, right? They're then picked, the stems are discarded, and the leaves are they're hand-picked, by the way, they're carefully dried and ground into a fine powder. So here's the deal. You aren't getting just the tea that's been steeped and picked and just ground up into or dried and put into tea bags. You're getting the ground of the entire leaf. So every little bit of the nutrients, meaning the fiber, is going to be in there. Every single part of the leaf and all of the health benefits is going to get there. So much of that is lost when you're having just green tea. So you're going to feel such a difference when you're having a high quality matcha. And honestly, Arbonne's, like, I've looked at other matchas just because when it came out, I'm like, you know what? I'm not a matcha drinker, but I am going to check it out. I am going to look at it. I am going to see the difference. Part of it is where it's grown in Nishio, Japan, how it's grown, how it is hand harvested, carefully grown, and then it's also what we add to it. So we're adding that MCT oil, the medium chain triglyceride oil, which really provides like quick energy, helps you be less hungry while you're fasting. So if you have done our 7-day program, anybody yet done our 7-day program on this call? Awesome. Awesome. I see lots of people that are Arbonne fans in here. Great. That 7-day program, when you were fasting a couple weeks ago, I did a 72-hour fast for 3 days. And all I consumed was water that had some Baja Gold salt and matcha. And I'll tell you what, the matcha really made a difference. Like, I've done long fasts before and just on the water and salt, and the matcha really did make a huge difference. It made a big difference for like how much easier it was for me to get through those hunger moments. So MCT oil can help with fasting. It has that energy. It's going to help your body like be in ketosis a little bit easier. Going to help with the weight loss, and it's going to help with your insulin response. So it's going to make a big difference. So I'm going to pass it back over to Carrie, because now that you know why our matcha is so different, she's going to share a little bit about the fun ways. I basically only drink the matcha with water when I'm fasting, because she's become kind of a matcha aficionado. I mean, we could start singing the song, Matcha, Matcha Man.
I love
That's
it.
Carrie, right? So, Carrie, what are some of your favorite ways to have the matcha, baby?
Yeah, awesome. So I love the matcha, honestly, plain hot on its own. It's delicious. And I've been a matcha fan for a very long time, even like much longer before Arbonne even came out with it. So I've always been a fan of just, I really enjoy the grassiness to a matcha. I don't like to add any sweetener to it, but you can add like a little bit of monk fruit in there, add a little bit of lemon if you want. I just don't prefer it. So you can have it hot. You can have it cold. You can make that matcha over ice. Add maybe a little bit of non-dairy milk, coconut. I prefer coconut milk in it. I think it like the little bit of sweetness from coconut milk with the kind of bitterness of the matcha. It's just like a good blend to me. You can make a matcha latte. That's probably my other favorite one. So froth up your milk, heat it up. I like it hot. Froth up that milk, heat it up. Just mix up your matcha. I'll just mix up my matcha like in a little bit of hot water. And I actually, because I'm such a matcha nerd, I have a little matcha whisk in my little matcha cup. So I'll just put my matcha powder in here, add just like enough, like probably halfway with water. And then I just like whisk it up. That way, you can have an electric whisk, but those will, because it's so little, it will like kind of spray everywhere. So I like this little whisk. I'm sure you can get these on Amazon. I got them at a local coffee shop. This is like the traditional Japanese whisk that they use to mix matcha. So I like it that way. Some people who are drinking it and struggle maybe with the flavor, but know it's so good for you that they want to drink it, sprinkle a little bit of ground cinnamon in there. For whatever reason, cinnamon is a superfood, so it's super good for you. And then if you mix that with our matcha and just sprinkle a little bit of that on top, it really does help cut the grassiness, and it gives it a great like little flavor. So I really love it that way. I'm trying to think. I love it in our essential meal protein. I'll mix the matcha packet right in with the vanilla essential meal protein as kind of like a cold matcha latte that way, and it's delicious that way. And I've really been enjoying it with the strawberry protein as well. And so I have been, because it's summertime and it's like so fun to do the blended shakes in the summertime. I freeze my butt off in the wintertime when I drink them, but not, or it's not summer, but we're going into summer. Today felt like summer, so I'm like in a summer mode. But I'll do the frozen, like I said, the frozen blended strawberry shakes, blended strawberries, throw my seeds in there, my mushroom powder. This is honestly, the mushroom powder is so good for allergy season right now. It really helps boost the immune system and helps the immune system on like a cellular level. So I've been making sure I've been putting that in all of my shakes. And then you can just mix up a little bit of the matcha or you can mix up a packet of the matcha with either in some cold water or in a non-dairy milk of choice and just pour it right over your strawberry shake. And it makes it this fun green and pink color that's really springy, delicious. And the best thing is you're getting like really great protein intake. You're getting really great energy, lots of health benefits from both our strawberry protein and the matcha mixed together. It's like a power pack drink all in one. It's going to be a meal for you. It's going to taste delicious. And you're going to get that good energy, lots of protein, feel fuller longer. So that's probably my favorite way. But one other thing I wanted to say about the matcha, because I've learned a lot about intermittent fasting through Shane and also through our 7 day reset program. That's obviously when I started first using it with intermittent fasting. I have never felt like more clear-minded when I have my two matchas in the morning and I'm fasting. That to sometimes I'm like, I don't even want to stop. I don't even want to break my fast because I just feel so like laser beam focused. And like I said, I am a mom to a 21-month-year-old right now. So my brain is like swirling out hard. It is like everywhere. So I really enjoy the morning, like kind of focus that I really get from the matcha. It's super duper helpful. Also, it boosts the metabolism. Like who doesn't want a metabolism boost? So it's great to have that as well. So I think that's all I had for different ways to incorporate
I
the.
love it. I love it. I have not experimented with it because, like I said, I usually have it um, just when I'm fasting. And Carrie, I love what you said about your fasting and how clear headed you are because that was something Carrie was like, I don't know how people are fasting. I can't do it. There's no way. I love my food, blah, blah, blah. And now she's becoming such a fasting aficionado. So, guys, even when things feel a little challenging, lean in because some of the things that you think you can't do, you end up becoming so darn good at. So, now what we're going to share with you is a little bit about how to create that drink together. Somebody was asking how much milk, blah, 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 you put in. And Carrie has really been working with this combo and making it look beautiful. So I'm lazy. I just throw everything together. So Carrie, would you share what you've been doing to have that kind of more divided look and what you found works the best?
Yeah, sure. So if I'm just doing like the matcha and protein together, I do usually like, I actually do like 20 ounces of liquid, but I do half, I think I do it like that. Yeah, I do half water and then half a coconut cashew milk, and I'll mix like the protein matcha all in one, shake it up, and I'm good to go. That's pretty much what I do. If I'm doing like the blended shake, the fun one I was talking about, my recipe typically is 1 cup of frozen strawberries. I do gosh, I'm gonna think it's probably 2 tablespoons of seeds. So usually like a flax seed, chia seed, or like sunflower seeds and hemp seeds. So I usually do a little bit of that. That's just a preference. I will do probably like a big scoop of non-dairy yogurt. So I love the Forager cashew yogurt. I'm allergic to almonds, so you'll hear me say my preference is cashews and coconut a lot, and that's why. But I like to add that in because it makes it a little bit creamier. And then, like I said, my mushroom powder. If you want the really pretty pink look, you can't add the greens. It does make it look pretty brown. So if you're going for the pink look, leave the greens out. But if you don't care, do that. And then I do about 6 to 8 ounces of my coconut cashew milk. And that makes it so it's like a really thickly blended shake, like almost could eat it with a spoon. And then it makes it kind of nice. So when you make the matcha, I probably do like a third of a cup of hot water or coconut cashew milk. I really, not hot water, sorry. I typically just do water. So I'll probably do like a third a cup of water with the full packet of matcha. I just mix that up. You can use the fancy whisk. You can use a spoon. That works totally fine. And then I just pour it right over the blended strawberry protein. It's as simple as that.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Thank you so much. And guys, we just want you to know, like, these products that we're talking about, like I said earlier, they're not just your average protein. It's not just your average matcha, right? Like when Arbonne does something, they always go above and beyond. So give these products a try. There's so much health benefit to the matcha. I mean, I could have gone on and on about the L-theanine that's in it, which really helps with like cognitive function in your brain. And like, there's just so many health benefits to matcha. And if we look at like the Japanese culture, there are so many people with certain like living like abundant lives with a great quality of life far into their lives, not just longevity, but quality lifestyle as well. And a lot of them do things like drinking matcha. Like they have little children drinking matcha every single day. So don't be afraid to give something new a try if you have not tried it. It does have some caffeine in it. So I make sure that I have my matcha early. But I mean, you're seeing now matcha cookies, matcha donuts, like all of these fancy matcha things. Give it a try. Try it with the strawberry. We had an event, last week, Carrie? One of our local consultants owns a vegetarian cafe here locally, and he made us strawberry protein shake blended matcha drinks, and they were delicious. And people were like, I never thought I would like this. They ended up loving it. So point is, give it a try. If you have not tried it already, try blending some up. I am in Camp Kerry, where I really prefer the coconut and the cashew as well. And I don't have an almond allergy, but I really do enjoy those flavors and how they mix. Plus, coconut milk has essential fatty acids that really help your metabolism and help you burn more fat. So love them. Give it a try. Gretchen wants to know if you make it up ahead of time, how long do you think it'll be okay in an insulated container? I'd say a
I
couple
think
hours.
Yeah, and I think I would also probably just mix the matcha right in versus trying to do the separate because the when you mix the matcha in with a little bit of water and pour it over, it is like it's going to thin the shake out a little bit more. So if you want that thicker consistency, I would go with like close to that 8 ounces of non-dairy milk, add the matcha right into the shake and just blend it that way. Instead of trying to look pretty, just do it that way. No, you're going to get the same benefits, just less pretty. Though the Japanese do say food tastes better when it looks better.
I agree with them.
Me too.
Presentation
I do
is
too.
everything, which
Hmm.
is why I never let my husband cut up the salad or fruit salad. He does it in big gobs and hunks, and it doesn't taste as good. And Michaela said, drizzle a little honey on the side of your cup, mix your matcha and vanilla protein. So good. Michaela, that is such a fun tip. I love it. Okay, I think if that is all, you guys. Oh, you're stretching out your box. You got to order more, girl. Get it in. Get it in. Lizzie said she's been stretching it out. So, yes, you do eat with your eyes. That's it, Lizzie. You eat with your eyes. I
Mhm.
agree. I agree. So, guys, I hope this was fun. I hope it was informative. Carrie, thank you for partnering with me, as always, on this call, beautiful friend. It was so fun to do it with you. And she's become Miss Food Adventure Girl.
Yeah. It's so fun. It's like so much fun. I was the pickiest eater, and it is so much more fun when you have a bigger palate. And now I get to share that with my little guy too. And it's so fun to do that and not instill my old bad habits into him.
Woo!
Thank you
Preach.
very much,
Love it.
guys.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for being on. Have an amazing night. Take care. Bye bye.